Bang, bang, bang. Who's ready to get action in live trading right here? Let's go. Let's go. It's time to get it started. Sound the alarm. Benzinga live. What? I got my man Ryan in the back. Zunaid in the back. Who's ready to trade? Let's go.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas law, that phrase.
Kiana.
Fisher. Choi.
Joe. Cards drawn are the past, ones to come are future.
And the best part? It's beatable.
All right, let's go. We're getting it started here. I hope that you guys are ready to get into some trading on action. Let's go ahead. Let's get it started here. Let's bring on Ryan, Faloona, and Zunaid. What's up, guys?
What's going on? Happy Monday. It is Monday, and boy, there's a lot going on. Who thought we were going to get a Twitter PR right before the open here?
Hell yeah, I'm getting ready to go here, and I'll be right back with you guys. You guys get it started. Check out the stocks. I need to check on something. I don't see us live on YouTube for some reason, but let me just check on that.
Go figure that out. WK Harris is saying, which Hasselhoff shirt will Ryan wear today? Ryan is wearing the blue one today, WK, and we are ready to make some money today. So I don't know what the Hasselhoff shirt means. I'm going to pretend like you were giving me a compliment and move on. I see several people singing Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go in the chat today. That's encouraging as well. Looks like we might have a really good day on our hands. Zunaid, how you doing, my man?
I am good. I'm ready to talk some stocks, especially with the Chinese info and then the space info, not the space, the solar info as well. But let me go ahead and share mine.
All right,
so
we are good, guys. We were just lagging a little bit there on the startup, but I just wanted to make sure we're good. So everything's thumbs on up. The three amigos are here, and Zunaid's charts are up. Let's go ahead. Let's jump right in it.
Yeah, so here's what I need. I'm going to need some help, chat. I do not know all of the solar names that I should be keeping an eye on. I'm sure Ryan has some info as well. Ryan, you mentioned Run earlier. What else you got in terms of...
I got my solar list in Benzinga Pro. I'd be happy to share it with you.
Ooh,
Run is going to be one.
Let's do it.
Sun W is going to be one. Max N.
Is that your list right there?
Yep. You want me to just copy this?
Yeah, let's do that.
So,
just take a screenshot. But
yeah, so let me see if I can post this in the chat. Yep, here we go.
You might be able to just post
so
it.
we're going to open today. We're going to open today with a really quick Benzinga Pro lesson. Oh, it looks like it didn't space those out. Okay, so if you have anywhere else that you see tickers, if you just copy and then paste a list of tickers into a watch list, that will create the watch list for you. So I went ahead and just pasted all of those tickers that came off this watch list in the chat. If you can copy that message and then simply paste them in the search bar, you can import a watch list that I just gave it to you. So Zunaid, give that a shot. You know what I'll do, Zunaid, because of the Stream Deck thing here, is I'll Slack you this list. You should just be able to copy those tickers, paste them right in the Pro, and then have your solar watch list. I didn't mean to steal your thunder, though, Zunaid. I agree. All of these are going to be on deck, so lay it out for us, my man.
Yeah, you're good. I'm actually going to possibly go ahead and take a stab here at Sun W. Give me a moment while I try to get filled. All right, cool. Got filled at 202. My stop loss is going to be about 197. Hopefully, it doesn't crack that right before. And the reason that that's my stop loss is simply because I enjoy my hold numbers. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully it doesn't get there before the market even opens. But anyway, I'm in at 202 on Sun W. It needs to get above VWAP, and then we can start going. And let me put my charts up. There's mine. Sun W in at 202. Stop loss is about 197. So right around here. Hopefully it doesn't do that before pre-market. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the usual suspects for me. You've got Apple, which is well below the 150 area. Couldn't quite get over it and stay over it past couple of days. You can see it got to 151, and then when the market started cracking, couldn't quite get over it. But you can see that 145 has held the past couple of times here, you did have a crack below, so it's not the best resistance, or excuse me, it's not the best support system. So I'm gonna not go ahead and get into Apple unless I see a clear picture. But 145 is of interest for a quick bounce play, possibly. Let's go ahead and check out the SPY here. The SPY, so many times we've mentioned the 410 level to kind of keep an eye on. You can see that it kind of came down about 50 cents or so, but it gave you plenty of opportunities. Again, supply and demand, support, resistance isn't necessarily just a exact price, right? It's an area. And to me, it kind of held this 410 area, give you plenty of chances to get yourself at least a point, 2 point scalp away, things like that. I'm not going to lie, though. I definitely 100% got cut up in AMD on Friday. Just in this little chop, just got slash. I was down. I was red. I was pretty sure I was red overall because of AMD. But we move on. Going to keep an eye and see if we can crack above this 110 level. We mentioned before the 110 level was going to be tough to get past. So far, it can't even get past the 109.53. So we're going to see what happens there on AMD. Let's go ahead and check out the Qs. On the Qs, you've got 305. Oh, what a beautiful bounce there. So I'm going to go ahead and keep an eye on that here on the Qs as well. See if we get any momentum out of this one. But I'll be honest, my main plays are going to be solar names. I'm sure Ryan has a couple that he wants to go over because he's got the watch list as well. And let me just take a look and see if there's anything else on Tesla. Tesla's, of course, moving. Why? Because Twitter is to the downside. So a little inverse action there. 720 has held on Twitter here in the pre-market area, but look at that beautiful bounce. Continuous, or the support being held rather on Tesla at that $700 level. You got to love your hold numbers. It works more often than not, especially if you're patient and you don't try to front run like I usually do. But that's kind of pretty much all I got. We'll see if 720 cracks, and then we kind of head ourselves down towards 700. But for now, just kind of taking it easy. Someone asked for Airbnb, so I'm just going to take a look at it real quick. Let me go back here. Go to the 65-minute. I mean, if you want to talk about an area of resistance, it would be right here, right? The 123, it needs to crack that. If it can crack 123, you can see it go. And 124 looks to be resistance too. So maybe nibble some shares. I was scared to say that word. Nibble some shares above 123, and then you can go ahead and grab some more. If it goes ahead and clears 124, you can see the resistance clearly on Airbnb right about there as well. And that is all I got, Ryan.
All right. Awesome. Good stuff. We have a couple of things to look at. I'm just going to go ahead and start with Twitter. Since that was just on your screen, we're going to do what we can here to make a decent segue. We got a 13D this morning so this is basically an amended 13D. This is, I guess, from what I understand, this is Elon Musk sent a letter to Twitter to request certain data. These are about the spam accounts that we heard a couple of weeks ago. Formation is necessary to facilitate the evaluation of spam fake accounts. So I think what he's trying to do here is actually get Twitter for a lower price. My gut tells me that he's still interested in acquiring this, so I don't necessarily think the deal's done, but he's clearly trying to get this at a lower price, and the stock is reacting here. So we sold off from a 40 handle. We're printing high 37s right now. It'll be interesting to see how this reacts today. If I had to pick and choose, I would say that this probably bounces and comes back to balance. But it is Twitter, and there is a whole bunch of stuff going on. So we'll see if that's the trading action we get. I do want to watch, but I'm not going to be in a rush to take this right out of the gate. Other big piece of news that we knew about coming into today is the Amazon split. So do not adjust your screens. If you saw that Amazon was down 96%, that's not the case. It actually just split. We've talked about this quite a bit. We've talked about this with other stocks, most notably Tesla and Apple. I think with this, it's up in the pre-market today. That doesn't surprise me at all. My gut here tells me that over the next several days, this might sell off a couple of dollars as people trim their positions, which are now much, much bigger, as this was a 20-for-1 stock split. So we'll see how this ends up trading today. I think that this could be volatile for the purpose of swing trading, I know that this is a much more attractive price. I'm not in the habit of buying stocks that have $2,000 per share price tags. 125 is a lot more palatable. So I am actually interested in this for the long term too. I would love for this to sell off, full disclosure. I'd love for this to come into the 120s, maybe even the 115s. If we've got a really bad market day here, I would be interested in looking for some of this for a swing. I'm an Amazon Prime member. Absolutely love it. But sometimes after these splits, you get a little bit of profit taking. We'll go ahead and watch. Again, I'm not going to try to enter this right at the open. I'd rather watch and see how it's trading first. Now, on to some of the stuff that we are going to look at for the open here. We're going to start with the movers list. We've got DD here. Okay, how many times have we talked about DD on this show alone? This has been a trader for us. We have a catalyst here. DD shares are trading higher following the Wall Street Journal report suggesting Chinese authorities will conclude a regulatory probe and lift a ban on new users for the company. Okay, any time that China's going to pull back some of the regulations or whatever they're doing on that sounds good. DD is responding here. To me, this is not like a longer term catalyst. This is just going to be for a day trade. I'd love to see the volume pour in here. I'd love to see 315 get taken out on volume. That would provide a high of day break trade setup for us. Now, it's already traded 40 million shares here in the pre-market versus a daily average of about 59 million shares. So we're doing pretty good so far. We'll watch how this performs out of the open. Next one here is going to be YMTX. This is Humanity Therapeutics. We've got a catalyst here as well. Humanity shares are trading higher. The company announced a definitive agreement for 2 strategic transactions. Okay, that's kind of vague. That's okay, though, because this, again, is going to be a shorter-term trade. I basically drew out my levels here. This is kind of hanging around in no man's land. I'd actually like to see this pull back and hold 2. That's about 11 cents from where we're at now. We'll see if we end up getting that type of movement. There's a pharmaceutical company here that's under $1 that I'm just going to skip. I didn't know anything about it, so I'm just going to kind of move past it. Next one here is going to be YMM. This is Full Truck Alliance. Full Truck Alliance shares are trading higher following a media report suggesting Chinese authorities have completed their probe into DD. So it looks like we have a sympathy play here for DD. I've marked out some of the levels. This one looks like it travels a little bit more, but I would probably be a little bit more comfortable trading DD. You can go ahead and pick and choose whichever one makes more sense for you. And then ticker BZ. No, this is not our ticker. Little disappointed that somebody has BZ, but this is another Chinese name here that is moving around a little bit higher price, but this thing likes to get wild. So we're going to watch this one as well. Mitch, did you have something to add to that?
Oh, I just said the BZ ticker. I wanted it, man. What the hell happened there, man?
That's what I'm saying. We might have to work on something if BZ ever goes public, because that's just too good for us. Moving on here, we kind of talked about Chris. Actually, shout out to Chris Ketchy. He had mentioned in the chat ARRY. This was a ticker that was not on the solar watch list that I gave you. Shout out to Chris Ketchy for mentioning this. Go ahead and add that to the watch list. If you took the solar watch list, ARRY, as Zunaid said, this is going to be in play today. SHLH, that's another one of those solar names that's going to be in play. So I'm going to skip those, run and run W, because all of those are in the same category here. I only got 2 more, Mitch. Sorry. We'll be done here in a sec. Chris is going to be the next one. CRIS. This one about $1.10. These levels pretty well defined here. Really want to see a pop above 115. And then our good old friend Mullen. I didn't even have to draw lines today because they still existed from the previous several times that we have talked about this stock. So Mullen, we did an interview with them last week. They are trading up here in the pre-market. We'll see where this gets going.
All right. I shouldn't have an echo, but you guys let me know. It might be just my room echo, but that's just normal. We'll have to adjust when I move. I'm moving again on Tuesday, guys, just to give you a heads up. So do a different room, different environment. So
did they end up just letting you get out of the lease because it's been 30 days or no?
No, man. Just had to, throw up them stacks, bro. Throw up them stacks. Let's just say there's not many stacks left, but that's why they call me Money Mitch, baby.
Have you checked the internet
make some more
on
money.
The other place before you make the same mistake?
That would be a good one, right? That would be a good move. I'll be okay in the next place. Just got the prostate check here at this spot. Let's just say that.
Wow,
I have
that
no idea what
sounds
that means,
awful.
Brian.
Real quick, Mitch. Real quick, let me address Chermo since it's not prostate related. Chermo is saying, Ryan, can you check out QNRX low float with news? Yeah, this is a low float. It's one of those pharmaceutical companies. I generally stay away from this because it's under $1, but you're right. There is a catalyst here. Trading higher after it announced the company received FDA acceptance of its IND application for licensed formulation, which uses Skin Visible's Invisicare proprietary drug delivery technology. So I don't really know what that means. Shout out to you for realizing that it is low float. It is up today. Generally speaking, I try to stay away from these tickers. Anything that's sub $1, it's really given me fits in the past. It's just one of my rules. If you trade it, good luck. Go ahead and kill it.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't get into any more preparation H here, but we'll get into some stocks with Ford here. Let's talk about what we're going to see here. I'm actually swing trading this one. Still have it a little bit in the red here. I got 1378, so we're looking for a breakout through 14 today to see if we can get that lift. It's gone sideways here. If you take a look at the hourly, we got multiple highs in the same area, lows by that 1340. So that's what we're going to hang off of. If it gets below 1330s today, we'll probably get on out. But we're looking for a move back above 14 to continue making a move up. We'll see if Ford can get that lift today. Yeah, I am moving to another place. Yeah, I know. Trust me. I don't even want to get into it, guys. I got enough of a headache. Let's worry about trading. Let's nail out some stocks here versus worrying about where I'll be in a couple days or not. Who knows? Where is Mitch today? Could not be where Mitch is tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Definitely going to be watching the Chinese stocks today. I like the setup in Baba. I know that you guys are looking at DD, but I think Baba is a better setup here. Reason why is that I do see that nice bottoming on the daily. Just to kind of remember, DD is delisting and coming back. Going to make a nice push today, but I don't want to be playing with anything that's delisting right now. I'll be paying attention to Baba today to see if we get a move back above 100. I think you're going to see that push right out the gates here. You're going to get a nice push here. The question is, how far up does it go out the gates? I'm going to be definitely looking for pullbacks towards the VWAP, but that's all that matters there. Can it come back to VWAP? If it just continues to break out, we'll watch to see if this kind of pulls back. I'd keep these on watch. Of course, Tesla is going to keep on watch. Twitter with that kind of mention. I just don't know. I know that you said that Elon probably not trying to get out, Lord, at least in your perspective. But at least in my perspective, I think he's saying he has what? He has the opposite of FOMO. He has, we'll call it faux buy. He has
buyer's remorse.
Yeah, you definitely know it's buyer's remorse to the extreme. My question is, though, does he get completely out the deal, or is it kind of just a battle to get the price down? I think he eventually gets out of the deal, to tell you the truth. I think he's regretting that he probably ever even mentioned Twitter to begin with. But we'll see what happens there. We'll keep watch
Mitch,
on
real
this
quick,
one.
I just want to send a shout out here to our group here, because when we first, oops, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and mute my my telephone here. When we first started talking about this deal, we universally agreed that the opportunity was to the downside in case the deal fell apart. When we were talking about that, the stock price was $47. It's $38 right now. So kudos to us for at least giving you the potential. I know it didn't quite go up to the buyout price. Now we're lower. We'll see what happens. We were on that from the beginning.
And I know that a lot of people say technicals don't work out there, but this was a clear technical breakdown. And I'm glad that I was able to give the warning signs also and get out for this one for a gain. I actually got in this one down here in the 46 level and then ended up selling near 49 as we couldn't hold the 50. When we got above the 50 this time and we finally broke out above it, I was saying, be careful, because if we broke back down through the 49, I don't want to be a part of the stock. And as long as it held the 50, it was okay. On this day, it held the 50. It was 49.50 low, close at 49.80, like right about that level. The very next day, boom, when it broke this 49, look how it's moved ever since then. Boom, breaking 49 all the way back down to 38. That's why it's so important to understand those levels and where the stock is holding. It kept holding trend until it doesn't. And when at that moment, it's your time to determine, hey, sometimes you're going to have to take small profits because technically the stock is starting to break down and could come right back to support or below support. In this case, breaking the support down by 45 and going to the 38. That's why I think it's so vital to always know your levels and respect them. It's okay to get out of a trade as a loser and then get back into the trade and make the win, then staying into the trade and watching the trade go completely against you. And now you're bag holding, wishing, hoping, and praying that the stock comes back to you versus getting out and being able to get back in. We'll go ahead and watch some of the stocks today. I think there's going to be a lot of movement. Amazon is going to be one to watch, right?
Yep.
With the stock split, I mean, everyone's going to keep on watch on that one.
What's your feeling on that, Mitch? What do you think about Amazon?
So my feeling is that you're going to get a lot of people adding to portfolios in the next week or so. I think it might take a little while. It might not be day one, but over the time, another thing to mention is we're in June 6th, right? And a lot of pensions and funds out there, they need to get in their money by a certain time, usually in the summer. Usually it's around June 16. Sometimes it could be July. But around this date, there's a date in here that you're going to start seeing some money, I think, getting put into some of these bigger names like Apple's, like Amazon, like Google. And I think you got to keep on watch Amazon and Google because Google stock split coming on up. Amazon's already run into the stock split a little bit. So I'm going to look for a little bit of a pullback, but I'm going to be watching the volume to see if the volume increases daily to show us that maybe we're getting that inflow that we're looking for.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I believe the day on Google is July 15th. So I think that's
okay. Perfect.
A month
so
and just a couple of days more from where we're at.
So we'll keep these on watch. I would say keep these on watch. I say Google has probably the better chance to be moving now than Amazon because it's already ran into the move, but we'll see what happens here out the gates. Of course, watch basic materials also. We were watching how that was coming back last week, and then it started fighting a little bit. We'll see today if we get another step up in, let's say, like coal names or steel. Do we get a gold run again? I think we've got to keep these on watch. Lumber and wood have been kind of taking off lately. So keep on watch Home Depot today to see if it really gets a lift. It did a nice close above 300. That was the level that I was watching last week for it to close above. Now we're above 304s, even above 305. So I'm going to be looking for a pullback maybe towards the 305 level right here out the gates, but then looking for Home Depot to recover back up there towards 310 by the end of the day. Of course, we'll keep on watch the SPY. The SPY is up there towards 414. Showed a little lift into the open, but the real question is it get above 418? You can see here multiple times we've gotten above the 416, but every time we fail when we get up there towards the 418. So that's the level I'm watching on the upside. That's 23.6% retracement from the highs of the day of kind of the 52-week high or the SPY high, you can call it. So we're going to see here today, do we get back into the 416 or 418, or do we break back down below this kind of W line that we've been building off of from the bottom? I'm watching that. We've tested it a couple of times. If we make a move to 410 or 405, we'll be breaking the pattern, the bullish pattern, and going more into a short-term bearish pattern. We'll see what happens.
Chris Catchy saying we're in hurricane season 2. HD and Lowe's could get the call out on news there. That it's funny because I've actually seen this happen before. You wouldn't think hurricane season is something tradable, but Chris is exactly right. And I would also add Generac to that list. That seems to also move during hurricane season. Generac is ticker GNRC. Golf November Romeo Charlie.
Yeah, Generac. It's a good level. It's actually gapping up there towards the 280s today. What do you see on this chart, Zunaid?
I don't see anything, but I was going to say AJ or man at Benzinga is going to go ahead and have an article out, 5 stocks to watch during this hurricane season. So I was actually slacking with him this morning. He'll have that story out sometime today. So if we get it during the show, I'll go ahead and splash the link in the chat.
Definitely. I was actually watching Generac last week as we started talking also about hurricane stocks, and it's that time of season, right? You're going to start seeing people buying Generacs. And I remember last time we started getting the hurricane season. We did get a nice run. So let's see what happens in Generac. I mean, it has pulled back there towards the 200. 200 is definitely the level I like. I would look for a pullback back towards 250 first, because it has made a good run off of that 210 all the way up to 277 in the last 3 weeks. So maybe you look for a pullback a little bit, but it does look good here. Daily level has a gap up. I would look for a pullback into the 260s and 255s, but we'll see what happens there.
I would say if the run continues without the pullback that you're talking about, 305 to 310 would be my target area here on this push up. Not saying that that's what's going to happen, but that's one of the levels that I'd be looking at if we continue moving up here.
All right, let's see what happens, guys. If you guys got a stock you guys want to check on out, throw it up in the chat and we'll take a look at there. NIO running, that could get a little lift today with the Chinese kind of getting a little bit of a lift. One of the big things that's happening is that you're starting to see mentions of kind of the reopening demand here. And I think this is one that you can keep on watch, right? We called it to the downside. A lot of this was because of the lockups, but I think you're going to start seeing that kind of get relieved here. And then you could start seeing some lift coming out of these NIO names and kind of XPEV, LI. So keep your eyes on these Chinese autos. We'll see if they can get moving.
All right, real quick. I am short Baba here at 99.75 on Baba.
Oh, Baba short.
Simply because
Good
it's
luck,
in
folks.
front of the $100. I'm gonna try to fill the short at around 99.25, and then my stop loss is 125.
All right, I was actually looking long, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
here.
if it cracks above, yeah. My main point is it going to?
Yeah, no, it's not a bad look. It's not a bad look. It's right there, right? So we'll see what happens there. Baba's starting to get a little lift here out the gates. We'll see if it gets on up through that 100 level. That's the level that I'll be watching. I'll be watching JD also here.
All right, there you go. Stopped out.
JD.
Quick little stop
Boom.
out on Baba. Got out at 125. Lost $50 per 100 shares. And on the other side, you've got Sunworks that is now up
SUNW.
4%. All right, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and take half my size out on Sun W here. Let's go Sun W. See if we can get some out at 208.
I'm taking some at 209 here. I think we actually break above 210.
All right, I'm out some at 208. Again, our fill was 202 in the pre-market.
Nice. I like JKS here, guys. We'll look for a pullback towards 66.25s, but it's already getting the lift. Looking for a pullback on JD to 60, and that'll take JD on the long side. JKS now up there to 67, 65s. That's the one I like because it's a Chinese solar name, but we'll keep watching also.
Sun W just took 209 at 210 now.
There we go. Come on.
So here we go. We're gonna pop. Let's see if we can get this up. Now they just yanked it right back through there. So
yeah, if
this
you
is
look
gonna be volatile.
Yeah, look at the resistance that you've got so often on that 210. Let's see if we can go a little bit to the daily.
211 is your spot now, by the way.
A little annoyed there. I didn't get the fill there on JD at 60. It went down to 60.05, I believe here. Let me see the low. Yeah, 60.05. I missed it by 5 cents. Had the order out there, wanted 60, but missed it by 5 cents there.
Now, the question for some of these solar names is this pop going to be sustained, or do they just yank all these back? That's going to be my question. I know that there's talk here with the president had, I can't remember exactly what the exact comments were, but comments on solar. So it'll be interesting to see if this is a sustained move or if this is just a short-lived move.
So really what we're getting out of here is, of course, is this all came out of really industry-wide uncertainty when it unfolded with the Department of Commerce on March 28th when they announced that they would act on a petition filed by California-based solar module manufacturer Oxen Solar, requesting a DLC review. And so from that review, you started seeing more and more talks of that solar, and then President Joe Biden expecting to announce a 24-month tariff exemption for solar modules manufactured in Cambodia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam. A lot of this has to do with that Department of Commerce announcement. Nice move there in JD, up there towards 60, 73s. Missed the VWAP bounce trade right out the gates, guys. I missed it by 5 cents. Had the order right at VWAP, but the VWAP was down there to 60.02. I put 60 out exactly. It's already up there towards 60, 70s. That's probably where I'd be selling half of it right now and looking for the continued extension up. We also looked for BABA to do kind of the similar move above 100. We got that pullback. Now it's back towards VWAP. Could get in here at VWAP, but that needs to be at 100. This one just broke through that VWAP there at 99.71 on the first move.
Sun W over now at 212.
The encouraging thing here on Sun W is they are trying to walk a bit up here. They're definitely refreshing some of these levels. We've yanked twice from 214 already here today. But they are moving the bid up. So there's definitely a buyer here. Again, question is going to be how long, how sustained can this move be? I don't have an answer to that.
All right, looking around, trying to find some good trades here. All right, taking a look here at what's moving. Technology up 0.87, utilities up 0.5, and financial services behind that 0.36. Everything up from the open, but nothing massively leading. You could say tech massively leading here, and that a lot of that is just due to solar. It's solar pushing on up, but I see some pullbacks here, so we'll see what happens now. I'm gonna look for hourly pullbacks on those solar names.
So bigger spot here, 210. Actually took this off here temporarily. I want to see this spot get cleaned up here. We've yanked back. I don't think that we're actually going to get a pop here on the high of day. So out Sun W temporarily flat, but looking to re-enter this if I can get back in there. I still think this goes higher. Full disclosure, I still think this goes higher. Twitter holding 38 here. Apple's first move in here is higher. Let's check in on Amazon too. How's Amazon hanging in there?
Came down from the open here.
Yep. Okay. This is kind of what we were talking about seeing too, right? I would like, first of all, for this to pull back in a little bit, but I wouldn't be shocked to see this action for 1, 2, or even 3 days as people lighten up their positions.
I look like it's about to crack.
The open was down. Sorry, Mitch.
No, you're good. By all means. SPY looks like it wants to crack to the downside here. There you guys are seeing the action right now. I wanted to maybe go long on the SQQQ to scalp it here, but it would be a scalp. You could see it react right there. Boom, 10-cent push there in the SQQQs. I could have scalped that one for about maybe 10 cents there at least, right out the gates there. Just bomb. 46, you get it, and you get it on out at 46.10s there, 46.19s now. But right here, boom, nice little push there. You're seeing in the SQQQ. You can see this in the SPY as it started forming these topping actions here. And then look, pow, right back down there. And the Qs, I'm looking at probably getting smacked too. So there you guys see it. Stock's getting hit hard now. Just be careful on out there, guys. I'm going to be looking for some shorts.
And still keeping an eye on Sun W here. Again, it's still flirting with this 210 area. They actually just pulled it back down to 210 and cleaned it out yet again. So a lot of indecision here on Sun W, but this one's still in play, at least temporarily. I'm not currently in it, FYI. Also watching YMTX 217 seems to be the spot on YMTX.
Yeah, I've still got half my size on Sun W. Again, our fill was 202 in pre-market that we called out in front of you guys.
That was a better buy, Zunaid. Props to you.
And it was just simply because it was at that $2 mark, right? So that risk reward to me was worth it. That's all it was. I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to hold off. Never mind. I'm going to hold off on this. Yeah. You've got BABA over 101, the $100 level kind of held. 99.50 is the one that was great support. So if you want to go long, that's the area that you can kind of take a look at to risk off. Sun W now at 213s.
All right, taking a look here at BTU, guys.
Higher. Oh, sorry, Mitch. I talked over
You're
you.
good. You're good, bro.
All right, Sun W at 215 is going to go ahead and take some here at 215s. Oh, that's not the fill. There we go. Oh, mother.
That's the pull. That's the pull that I was trying to wait out here. That's exactly why I got out early.
Yeah, I tried to put it at 215. As soon as I put it at 215 and went to 214, then I tried to put it at 214 and went to 210.
It's almost like you were being front run by the market maker.
Yeah, I know. They saw me. That's legit what it felt like because I kept dropping it every penny, just kept coming down. But
and see, now they're refilling 210 with the seller here is refilling. That's what I mean about it. This flirting with this level, it's trying. The bias is obviously for higher. There's clearly a buyer there, but we're just unable to actually get that move in here.
Yeah, this is why I'm looking for hourly supports to come into play with these solar stocks. Sometimes they fool the day traders to the upside and then just catch on some support. So like JKS looking for 65s or 64.42s to hold. And then after like about an hour into the open, seeing that ramp right back into the market.
How's ARRY doing? ARRY popped right out of the open. We're pulling back here, but it popped right to about 1450. Looks to be the spot there. I got a high print here of 1447. So it looks like all of them popped and kind of pulled. This is exactly what I was talking about watching for a sustained move, or are we just going to get opportunities here to day trade it? Just play with the market.
All right, technology.
Force it.
Technology was up big, about 0.81 at one point, now only up 0.39 as you're seeing a turnaround there in some of these stocks. Just keep on watch as solar pulls back here.
SHLS, that is the solar that is at the highest level. It popped out of the open here and actually holding above. So that one seems to be doing pretty well. Sun W now pulling back here to the 206 level.
Terrible.
I'm looking for some of these that didn't move too crazy in pre-markets because they made massive moves in pre-market that I think you're seeing a little bit of a pullback here. So like JKS is right off the support here, 65s. That looks interesting to me. But we'll see when these actually start turning back around here. I'm trying to be patient with them before I jump in.
I'm trying Sun W again here on this pullback. Super tight stop. I want to see if we bounce back to 210 and then clear it out again. Remember, we've cleared out the seller at 210 3 or 4 times already. They've refreshed it every time. There's no reason to think that it's not refreshed again. I want to see if we can take that out and move here. Real tight stop. If we lose 206, I'm out.
Seeing some pullbacks here. I'm taking a look at basic materials, and chemicals are strong today. So you can take a look at maybe like some lithium players today. We'll see if these can get ramping. Taking a look at SQM. I like that one, but it needs to come back up through the 106. Aluminum up decently today too. Specialty chemical and steel. We got a lot of these pullbacks that got gaps up, but they're not holding right now. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah, 204 is holding on Sun W.
Yeah, we lost 206. It popped back, but I couldn't get my fill there. Okay, out Sun W. Not its time yet. Okay, we'll still keep this on watch though.
Home Depot looking interesting for a VWAP bounce type of play. It just did a red to green, looking to hold VWAP at 305 and then take out the 308 on the upside.
Oh, Miss Whitehorse caught us. You guys are busy. No water check. I just looked and my water bottle is in the other room.
Great
I'm
point.
going to disappoint.
Great point.
You guys
I'm ready. I'm ready. I was ready.
Great point.
I brought it up earlier.
Great point. Yeah. Oh, you brought up water today? I didn't hear you. My bad.
I was just drinking it already while you guys were doing your thing. I was getting my water down. That's what it's all about. Got to stay up on that water game. All right, that JD pullback looks interesting for me now, guys. I might take a shot here off the 60-30s here.
All right. Great call. I'm locked and
All
loaded
right,
with the boys now.
long JD. Long JD off that last candle here. We're going to do 60-11 here. Boom, baby. That's looking good for us right now. There we go. Looking good there. Nice little VWAP bounce type of play here on JD, guys. We talked about this earlier. A little VWAP bounce came up there towards 61.20s. We're going to look for it to go back to 61. Let it get through 61, and then we'll see if we get that continuation. We just got in there or at 60.38, so we're looking for it to hold VWAP now. Let's see if we can get on up there.
DD moved down from the open here, right back to its pre-market levels. No trade here, just kind of watching it. YMTX doing a good job kind of holding up here. I got, let's see, on the high, I got 219. We're about 10 cents away from that.
I got filled at 203 on Sun W, adding a little bit more shares.
Just sold half there. Half there at 91s for JD.
BBLN highs here, 144. This looks strong. Not in this, by the way.
Not bad, not bad. Looking good here on JD. Let's see if we get through 61 and get a nice return there for JD on the day trade. Let's go. We grooving, we grooving. Crystal Anderson, we grooving. Let's go. Hit the like button if you guys are enjoying this. We got over 800 people watching this, so do me the favor, guys. Can we get to 400 likes before 10 o'clock? And don't forget, guys, today, a little bit later at 11 a.m., you guys will be having Zunaid on the Futures Show. Yes, Zunaid is taking on over Spencer's spot on the Futures Show. So if you guys want to check it out with Ninja Trader, go ahead and check that out. Zunaid will be on there live.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. Jim's a very smart, intelligent, well-knowledge individual, so it'll be fun having conversations with him about futures. So I'm going to leave at 10:30, get my walk in, then have a meeting with him, then I'll come back and try to convince you guys to come hang out with us. We're trying to break some numbers, you know?
I can't blame you. Can't blame you for that. Microsoft coming on down there. Let's take a look at Amazon. It just popped up there and then came right back down. SPY popped up there and then came right back down. So I think we'll just keep an eye on the SPY and see if that takes us up higher or not there. I did sell a little bit there, JD, into that first push. We'll look to see if it holds. Of course, like always, you guys know how I am after that first profit. I cannot let a single cent go into the red. So we'll see if this can hold that break even on the rest and then get back above that 61.
I see Seek being mentioning Futu, F-U-T-U. This is moving strong. Moving strong out of the gate here. They reported earnings here this morning, it looks like. At highs, not trading this, but this definitely has some momentum. Really good buying volume. Looking at the chart here, I mean, we clear out 47. This looks like a nice little move higher. This, by the way, is down from 200 here, so pretty decent.
SPY crashing here a little bit there. Might have to get out of my JD trade just to make sure. Yeah, I'm just going to get out of there. It got really close to my break even. Boom. It just blew through it. So I'm glad I got out right above the break even spot. Took a little profit there in JD right out the gates here, but it's not holding. So I stepped out of there on JD. SPY coming on down there to the low of the day got me a little bit concerned. So I'm not going to fight it. If it went, it went. It didn't, I took the first profit. Hey, we move on.
Square, Tesla just straight down out of the open. Twitter pulling back here after its little pop as well. IWM straight down out of the open. So just be careful here. Patrick says Zunaid in futures sounds like peanut butter and chili pepper. I don't know what that means.
I don't
but...
think it's a good combo. I don't appreciate you talking shit about me. I don't appreciate it. What I do to you. I know I need to get a haircut, but come on, be nice.
I don't appreciate you talking shit about me.
He's not a big peanut butter fan. The chili pepper, I think he'll be a part. My boy likes a little spice.
Should be fun. I'm gonna try a dangerous short here. Let me see.
Oof, glad I got rid of that JD. Everything's flipping to the downside here, guys. Just be careful on out there.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to go short Apple here. 147 short. Puts expiring this week. I filled at 238. Stop loss will be, we'll call it high a day.
Oof, a little trappy in that NIO today. Went to VWAP, bounced a little bit. Now coming back down there, trying to crack into the red. So just be careful on out there today, guys. Same thing for Twitter. It bounced up there, now almost getting into the red. So just be careful on out there. Tesla's really weak, guys. Already down about 30 points there. So just be careful on out there. Tesla showing some real kind of turnaround there. Hey, Elon, stop talking about Twitter, man. Go save
Apple.
Go
Finally
save Tesla.
pulling back now.
Yeah, I think Apple's gonna maybe crack down.
Yeah, I'm sure
It's
Apple
kind of
here.
weird because they have an event today, so can't blame you for it. You can't.
Yeah, let me pull up Apple.
All right,
here.
as you guys are seeing, technology almost into the red now, guys. It was up 0.81 from the open. Now is only up. Oh, there it goes into the red. Boom, from the open, it's into the red now. Technology, as it was leading us, now turning into the red. What is going into the green, right? That's what I think we need to pay attention here. Consumer defensives, utilities, and financial services. So maybe financial services having a good day. Let's take a look at some of these banks. JPM bouncing off of there. BAC, there you go. Looking like it's trying to take out the 37. We'll see if it gets on up there towards it. Let's take a look at some other ones. Maybe Citigroup. Citigroup, not bad. A couple of these trying to push on up. Maybe a Goldman Sachs. Not too bad. There's not much there. So I do see it up, but nothing massive there. What's leading is insurance, life insurance. So you guys can take a look at some of those. Those don't move the craziest, but MET is MetLife is one of those that you guys can watch. Defensives. What's up in the defensives? Let's find out.
Interesting move in this YMM, which we talked about a little bit right at the open here. There's huge blocks coming in here on the offer. We just had one at 792, which they took. It appeared again at 793. Now they've yanked it down beneath that, but if those blocks get cleared out, this thing might come back towards that 8 handle. So something to watch here. Not in it, but interesting trading action in YMM.
Yeah, that's trading. That's a Chinese stock trading with DD. So you just got to be careful with those guys because DD's been getting hit hard from the open there. Don't want to see people get caught up too much.
Yeah, someone asked what my short was, what the price was. It was 147 puts expiring this week. I got filled at 239. 239 and 238. Those are my fills. I got 2 separate fills.
There you go, Ryan. I got you up, man.
I mean, this is crazy. Super risky trade. We'll see what happens here. I'm going to have a quick trigger finger on this trade, but the amount of buying here in some of these blocks is really, really incredible. Let's see if they can end up taking this one down. 796 block here.
By the way, I have an order out to buy some Amazon shares at, what is this at 704 and then some at 702.
Move. YMM at 8 now, taking that 8 down. Just incredible action on this. Still kind of back and forth here, which is interesting.
Utilities fighting here. They're trying to go up, but not finding that real lift here. I'm looking at them. Just maybe take some of these. D looks good. NEE looks good, but we'll see what happens. D looks good also just because it's holding up towards the top side of the price action. We'll see what happens here. Definitely getting a pullback, but I don't see much that's standing out to me right now. If you guys got something in the chat, throw it on up.
YMM 801 here.
Okay. Oracle having a good day today. If you guys want to find one that is doing well today, that one's not looking too bad.
I'm actually going to take this pop here in YMM. This thing has been back and forth. This will probably not be the last time that I trade this. So interesting move there. Only got a couple of cents, but we'll see if this ends up gets going again. I'm sorry. I need another coffee here this morning, folks.
What is that espresso? We need an espresso intern. I need to just hire someone just to bring me more
I'm
espresso.
not pathetic enough. I'll say this. I'm not pathetic enough to need an intern to get me coffee. I
do. I need one, Ryan. I'm sorry. I'm pathetic enough, man. I'm on for I'm on for 6 hours. I need someone just bringing me the coffees. Just let's go.
YMTX back towards highs here. BZ trying to get going here. Another huge block on YMMN at 801. YMMN.
Yeah.
YMM 801 now.
Someone mentioning a good stock here, getting a little bit of a pump action here is Hood. I don't know if there's news on this. This looks like news because I see the volume there, but it's interesting. It definitely is getting a little bit of a lift here. I'm taking a look at the Hood.
Yeah, it looks like I got a news article here. Watching Robinhood shares, traders circulating Gordon Haskett notes speculating on M&A chatter on the company.
Okay. I'm
so
down
it looks
for
like,
that.
yeah, that definitely, man, that would have been a great little trade there. Nice little scalp if you could have hit that. I was late on that. Good call out.
Starter on for me there at the 939s level here in Hood here. I'm looking to add towards VWAP, so we're going to look to add here. So starter on there. Looking for it to get back above that 949 there, but let's see what happens here. Getting a little bit of a pullback. I'll look to add here towards the VWAP. VWAP is at 931 here, so let's look if we can get the 931s.
What to do. I'm doing something weird. I'm going long Amazon. I'm going short Apple. So I'm long Amazon via the 126.50 call expiring this week. 314 is my fill, and you guys already know I'm short Apple. And I don't know what I'm doing at this point.
Hey, doing it, whichever way, bro. All right, looking for 31. Still haven't gotten the 30s. There you go. Just grabbed them right there. All right, guys, so we got an average at 935 here. We're going to risk off of a closing underneath 925 will get us out. We're looking for a push back up through the 940s into the 950s and then starting to really get a lift. That's what I want to see in Hood. Let's see if this takes off here.
I'm watching this YMMN. This is a crazy trade. I have no position in it. I'm just watching it right now. Wild stuff. Let me bring it up here. Just huge blocks. Huge blocks, and they
just blocking, bro. Just blocking, bro. Just blocking it, bro.
Speaking of blocking, what did you think of the NBA Finals game last night?
I didn't watch the end. I don't feel too much excitement for watching the finals.
I got you. You were really pulling for the Heat there, huh?
Hero got hurt at the wrong time, man.
Yeah, he did.
At the wrong time, and then you lose one of your best offensive players, and it's just hard in the NBA.
Should have cheated. Wouldn't have hurt himself.
Defensive play. Cheated.
We want to call about him cheating.
Cheating. My boy Hero. He's a hero, bro. That's my hero.
Yeah, hearing Mullen going bonkers. Sun W under $2.
Mullen.
Now.
Yeah, I got stopped out on that. Looks like my
Mullen's going bonkers. I see it.
Yeah, Mullen is going bonkers. Wow, good call out.
It's moving. We'll see what happens there. A couple million shares pumping into it right now. All right. We'll get some of these stocks to start moving.
Yeah, the last 1 minute candle has about 2.5 million plus shares traded.
Let's see what happens here. Can we get these moving? The dogs go barking. All right, Chef Curry. There you go. Chef Curry was cooking last night. I was watching some of it until about halftime, but after that, I went to sleep, man. I need to get some energy for all I got to do in the morning now.
So
wake up.
So yeah, I don't blame you, especially if you're up earlier for the previous show. I will say this, Mitch. I found golf this weekend. I got re-addicted.
You found golf?
I got re-addicted to it, man. I got clubs.
How do you do that? You got to teach me.
I went to the driving range, and it's so cool now. When I played before, they never had this, but now they have an app that you log into, and it tracks all of your shots, and then you can. Oh, it was so great. But I'm super sore. And last night, after the game, or while I was watching the game, I was like, man, it's time to go to sleep and get ready for the market tomorrow. It is a Monday, and us traders are the only people in the world that seem to love Mondays.
Yeah, that's a fact for sure.
Chris, nice to see you this Monday morning. Shorted Facebook about 10 minutes ago as a hedge to the SPY longs. Interesting. And folks, if you've never checked out Chris, real kind of a slick options trader, a regular stalwart in the Benzinga Pro Chat. Chris, good to see you this morning.
All right,
Nice
guys.
job on your Facebook short. That's down from where you were at. Sorry, Mitch.
Might step up to the plate here in Hood here. It's looking good here. I'm starting to see some volume coming in there around the 34s and 33s, showing me people are stepping up here at the VWAP. Just need to kind of watch to see if we can get a big trader to step up here in the 30s or 32s to really start moving the stock. All right, we'll see what's going on out there. Looks like some people are saying that Mullen might be added to the Russell. I think you got to keep on watch to see what happens there. But
was that? Let me see what that news item was. Mullen Automotive to join Russell 2000 and 3000 indexes.
Boom, boom.
So let's see if I can get a date. We had a PR here this morning. So this happened. This was part of your 8:30 PR batch, Mitch.
Okay.
That's why it was up. Yeah, there you go.
That's why it's moving. SPY moving up there too. Quick move up there in the SPY, guys, and quick move in Hood here. Trying to add actually to this name here at my entry price, which is 35 here. We'll see if we get an add there, but it's up there towards 42. Let's see if it just starts taking off here. The Hood unhooding today. Let's go. It's time to become a Hood trader.
So real quick, just to kind of put the button here on, or the bow on
Hood trading, baby.
Mullen will be joining the Russell 2000 and 3000 indexes on June 27th. So the 27th of this month. There you go. And Chris, just regarding that Facebook trade, says, we know that Facebook has a ton of fake accounts. If Twitter possibly gets sold at a discount due to the fake accounts, I would think we would get another pull in social media. Chris, I think that you're spot on with that. I think that you're spot on with that. Good stuff.
Apple stopped out on my short by 7%. My Amazon is in profit by 7%.
Oh, what's going on in the SPY, guys? Look at that candle. Something's going on, guys. Somebody's speaking somewhere. Somebody's getting bullish somewhere, because that's a jump candle right there on the SPY. We'll see what happens here. It looks like some upside action. Hood breaking through the 950s. Now we're looking good. SPY breaking out. I don't know what's going on, guys, but this SPY chart is giving me a bullish sense here. That was a turnaround like I haven't seen it in a while, guys. So big breakout there in the SPY. Nice push in Hood. I'm looking to add in Hood. I'm not even looking to sell right here. I'm looking to add. We'll see if this can continue to make a run. Mullen was up there to 150s. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the sectors as we see technology take back lead. Technology is the one that pushed off of this. Was it solar? No. Let's see. Looks like we got internet content and information taking a good lift. So Google, Facebook, look how those started taking off. Airbnb taking off here. A lot of these internet content information stocks taking a big lift here. As you're starting to see a big lift also in semiconductors. So look into semis, AMD taking a nice lift, NVIDIA taking a nice lift. You guys can keep on watch there. TSM, let's see a TSM. Nice candles looking to push here. We'll see if we get that continued push. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs also making a nice lift there. We'll see if these stocks continue pushing, baby. We'll see what happens. ARKK pushing. Yeah, looks like a growth day is on there today, guys. So if you want to take a look at some of these growth names, Coin up 9%. Look at that lift in Coin today. BLI, DNA, all getting a lift there today. So a lot of pops out there just happening. We'll see if these can continue.
And real quick, Jessica saying, what stock do you buy for street safety or immortality? Don't have an answer for you there. My kid's off to her first ever driver's ed course. I'm sure she's going to do awesome.
Oh, that's
so
great.
Don't worry about that. What stocks could you buy here? I would turn that over to the group. I would suggest something boring like Ford or GM. Don't buy Tesla. Don't buy any of those autopilot stocks.
Yeah, I have no idea on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just funny how she stated that.
I think she was being funny about it. Boy, I need a haircut.
Gotta get the hype. Gotta get the hype. There's no taking it easy. I did see that change, though. That was a pretty swing there in the SPY. We haven't seen SPY swings like that in a while. I can tell you that right now. I haven't seen SPY swing like that in a while. Especially just straight to the upside there. And today we are looking to see if we could get to the 418s. Big level above it around these 416s. So let's see if we can get through the 418s and then continue on the upside. Hood now up there to 56, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of profit here. Let's take half of it off into the 60s if we can get the lift into the 60s. And
Great job
a-
on the hood
a
trade.
good trade here on hood. One of the things that was important there was adding towards the VWAP and making sure that we got as close as possible towards that VWAP and understood our risk. Now we're up there towards 56 here. Let's see if we can get another little lift here into the 60s, and then I'll take some profit here. Let's see if we can get that lift.
Yeah, if you want to be risky with life, you can go and grab the $10 calls on hood expiring this week. You'll pay about a quarter, so that's always solid. And by the way, it looks like the Amazon
Just took half of it
calls
off there.
are up about 13%.
Half off at 59s. Now we'll look for it to continue there in hood. So 2 for 2 today. So let's keep it going, guys. Let's focus.
Money loves me. Great YouTube handle there. I've been trading for 7
Money
years.
loves me.
I
like it.
8 now. I know, what a great handle. Money
Loves me.
What is that? Daffy Duck holding stacks of cash? That's pretty awesome, my man.
I'm about to steal that from you. You might have to write that down a little bit. Trademark that one. Money loves me.
You've got the 140 calls coming in on Amazon expiring next week. Amazon's had some wild strikes come in. I'm going to look to sell mine at 390 here if I can get it.
Amazon.
Nice push there for Amazon too.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it itself. I mean, when you're seeing Amazon take a lift, that's when I seen the market go up. I mean, it just takes the market for a ride when Amazon goes in one direction. So if you're going to see Amazon continue to lift, I'd be looking for upside moves today, guys. We'll see what happens. Industrial's taking a good lift too. That BZ that you guys talked about earlier, it's looking interesting here. Looking like it's holding the VWAP. Looks like it wants to come up. All right, basic materials now starting to push a little bit in paper products. So you can take a look here to see if Home Depot continues to make the move on up. It's looked good. Here, we'll see if it gets that next lift. Let's look how these autos are coming back, and these Chinese stocks are coming on back here. So if you want to take a look at those, you could take a look at that. Did DD make a move back? It's right at the VWAP. We'll see if they can get a lift here. All right, hood trying to get through 60s and struggling here. I think we might get a little bit of a pullback. So if it doesn't get this next lift here, I'll go ahead and I'll just take the rest of it on hood.
There goes Amazon to the upside. Come on. Oh my God. My fill price is at the ask at 390. Come on. Fill me. And pause. And there it goes. Got filled at 390 out. 3/4 of my size at 390 from the ad at 314s. And of course, TradingView needs to get it together because it looks like Amazon is down 90%. It is not.
Get that charting right. Right. Adjust that. Come on, man.
Anyway.
Come on, man.
So there is Amazon high a day. Nice little breakout we got to play.
All right. There's hood continuing there. 963s. We're just going to keep holding it. You want to see higher lows. Let the trend continue and let us ride. Maybe we get towards 10.
Taking a look at hood here. If you believe that, hey, this buyout may happen or, hey, someone else may come in, whatever, $9 is a solid risk area. You can obviously see that it cracked below, but look at how many times before then you had support held. So you had one there, and then you had 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the past about 10 sessions in the trading. So if you're looking to get into hood and you want a risk off area, I'd say like 890 would be your risk off. So you're risking about 70 cents. And then your first target would be, of course, 10 and then 10.50 on hood.
Trying to see if the SPY can continue pushing on up there. That's where we got that lift in hood where it really started taking off. So I'm trying to watch the SPY right now really closely to see if we're continuing to get that lift or if we're going to get a nasty turnaround like we've gotten plenty of times in the SPY.
Let's see where there it is.
It's trying, it's not getting much volume here. So that's the problem here. So we're looking for someone to step up here around the 960s. I did see 2,000 shares at the 58s, but want to see like a big order actually go through here on the upside here. We'll see if we get that lift. All right, there's an 8,000 order there at 56. So now we want to see him get pressured a little bit. There you see 55s and 54s on the bid side. Don't want to see 50s show up here. Want to see 60s show up, and then a quick run through that candle, turning this into a green candle on the 1 minute for Hood. Yeah. What are you guys thinking on out there? Smash that like. We got over 800 people watching it. Hope you guys have had a great day today. Let's keep it going right here. Live options and day trading with Benzinga with none other than Lord Ryan, Zunaid, and Money Mitch.
Yeah, Bray, as soon as, or hopefully I pronounced that right, as I was saying that, I realized what I was saying. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Just trying to get filled, right?
No comment.
He was like, yeah, let me not answer it this time.
No comment. What's up, Linda?
No comment for the comment. You know what I mean? What's going on? How we doing out there, guys? Are you guys finding any good trades on out there? Anything going well for you guys? Throw it up in the chat. And Zunaid giving us a water check.
Water check.
How you gonna start drinking before me, but you're not gonna finish, Mitch? That's bad. That's bad. Come on, man. There you go.
I like how we're all drinking water now because of that. That is some fun stuff.
See, you're welcome.
Like it's college all over again. Like it's college, baby. Let's go. Get that water in. Might need a new one now. Let's go.
I'm trying to see if I want to.
All right, so there's multiple people. Well, I think it's just one person stepping up here around the 955s. You see 956, 954. You got at 956, 8,000 shares. Then you got 4,900 at 955. 955, 98, 4,000. 954, 5,000. So I'm sticking right now towards the 950s. I want to see 950s hold here on Hood and take out the 960s to the upside. There's someone buying up here. So I'm looking to see if he can take it out through the 960s and continue the run. If not, I'll get out as he gets pressured.
Buddy has joined the chat, folks.
Check. Buddy in the house.
Buddy in the house. What's going on, Cap?
Oh, hey, there you go. Rub that monitor.
He's got a market.
That monitor.
Someone wants us to take a look at AQMS. I got no idea what the hell this is.
AQMS.
I don't have a
that
read
we've
on
traded AQMS before. That's been a daily trader for us.
Oh, really?
Well, then you tell us, Ryan.
Well, I don't know. I can't.
Well, see if there's
I
news.
guess I did put myself.
I'll take a look at the chart. You take a look and see if there's any news on it. But to me, $1 is a resistance. I mean, that's just clear as day. If it can get above $1, maybe you have some room to the upside. But I'll be honest, not something I would trade. Just nothing there.
So the one thing that we can see by looking at AQMS is on the days that it pops, it also likes to drop. So just factor that into your plan here. No reason you can't catch an upside move, but understand what this stock likes to do. It likes to pop, drop, and sell lower. Just keep that in mind. Not in this, by the way.
If you want to get into Mullen,
guys.
If you want to get into Mullen, you have a spot here right above VWAP. So you'd be risking about maybe 5 cents, if even that, on Mullen. And of course, your upside would be the 150. I'd try to sell at 149. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that's something to kind of keep an eye on. You got Lucid $20 calls coming in, expiring this week, about $100,000 worth.
Lucid, what are these guys thinking? They're gonna make 500 cars this year, guys. Come on. I don't know how people are so bullish Lucid. Like, still, like, I understand that, like, it's related to Tesla. It looks like a Tesla, and people think like the car company is just gonna kick ass. But I mean, they made 500 cars, guys. I mean, they can't kick ass with 500 cars. Let's just be honest.
I'm still car shopping, man. I actually am more so this past
What's
weekend.
it like right now, Zunaid?
So I checked. So I'm a Honda Civic guy just because that's what I wanted like 4 years ago. And for some reason, I'm like stuck on that. So I checked. A brand new one is about 27,000, but the one that's like 2 years old is like 27,000. So I don't know what the hell's going on. But when I was coming back, where was I coming back from? I think I was running
Let's
errands.
go.
I went ahead and hit a curb with just a tire of mine. By the way, Amazon. Ooh, hang on a sec. Let's pause here. We got some Amazon sweeps coming in. Let me pull up Amazon here. Up there it is. There goes Amazon. So if you're still in the contracts that we had purchased, they're not going for about 425 on the ask. Holy shit, they're buying Amazon. Hold on a second, baby. You've got Amazon, the 130 calls expiring next week. Approximately $2 million worth on Amazon. 130 calls expiring next week. Approximately $2 million worth. Should have. I'm gonna hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the quarter size that I have left and see how this puppy goes. Go buy the new Civics. I don't want. I don't think I have the courage to buy the 2022 Civics. I will probably buy the 2019 or the 2020 Civic. But a buddy of mine is like in the auction trading world or whatever, so I'm gonna see if I could not get ripped off by him.
There you go. Get into some auctions. Get it on the low. There you go. Why not?
I just don't know enough about him, so I'm hoping his expertise will guide me to the right path.
You know, I'm not in the market for a new car right now. I see a bunch of people in the chat mentioning the Lucid. I saw one down the street when I was coming back to my house over the weekend. Let me tell you something. That car is gorgeous. I love that car. I don't like the stock, but I love the car.
The problem there is that you saw the Lucid Air, which is over $100,000 car.
It's expensive.
Let's just be honest. You guys in the chat, who's buying the $100,000 car? Let me know.
I'll be open and honest. I am not. Not only am I not in the market for a new car, but $100,000 would be out of my price range.
I might, go ahead.
And at that level, I mean, let's just be honest. There's not many people that can buy a car, and so if they're going to be a Tesla didn't really get big because of the Tesla S, right? I mean, at least in my eyes, Tesla got big when it was in every parking lot, when you could look left and right. And so I think they're doing it wrong by coming out with the premium version first and not the regular kind of consumer version. But hey.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Lucid. This looks really nice. Good call, Ryan. I like it. Looks nice.
No,
I'm too broke for it, for sure.
I'm not saying it doesn't look nice. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Is just, I mean, guys, they're valued in the billions, and they're making 500 cars. This doesn't add up, guys. It doesn't add up.
Yeah, their market cap, I've got about like 30 billion or so.
Yeah, this doesn't add up, Zunaid. It just doesn't add up, bro.
Our interest,
you're paying more than like 100 times.
You got Amazon coming back down, and you had all that flow. Something doesn't add up for me. Let me see what SPY's doing here. SPY's okay.
Yeah, I don't like.
I'm gonna take one stab here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a stab once again at 340s.
All out hood. I'll take the 57s. Not a bad trade still. Good trade, but not going to fight it here. Just take all the profits. I'm out of hood. Yeah, you have to be a believer. That's what I would say. Happy. If you're a believer, then I mean, I understand. They're just too forward looking for me. And they got a lot of issues that could come out. They're going to do their own factory. I don't like that move. I like the move of using factories or manufacturing companies that have been around for years and years. It's just going to be a struggle at first, I think. But hey, to each his own. You guys see the upside. Keep it going. That's what it's all about. It's about believing in stories, especially when you're investing. Just take a look at the financials and see if you agree with that.
This is a really good point, Mitch. For me, longer term investments or longer term swing trades, those are almost all based on the story for me. And one of the reasons is because the more due diligence I do, oftentimes the more I uncover about that particular story. This is the case for me in the stock Chara that I've talked about quite a bit. To me, it's the more and more research that I do, the more and more smart, resourceful people I talk to, the more and more I believe in the story, which means I rely less and less on the chart. I want to see the story pan out because I know that this story will result in a higher price stock. That can be dangerous, right? That's that you run the risk of marrying the stock at that point and not having an exit plan. But it's, again, the more due diligence that you can do on your positions, especially your longer term positions, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
All right, guys, that hourly pullback on solar is starting to get interesting. I see a lot of names coming on back here, and you could see the next step up. So I'm going to be watching here to see if we start getting some lift in volume in these solar names and you start seeing a takeoff. So just keep on watch. We'll see what happens here. Like SPWR seems like one that I'm interested in. Saw a little bit of volume come in that one. That's SunPower.
YMM took a lot of those huge blocks here. It looks like here we're trading up another one here at 812. Watch on YMM. This has been a wild stock today. Oh my gosh, there it goes. VWAP at 815, by the way.
Ryan, I know you mentioned a while back about how just typing in the symbol on a chart and not going to this particular box is so helpful, and you are not wrong. I was trying to look at charts on Thinkorswim last night, and dude, it was so annoying to like go all the way to this area and then type it in, where here I can just smack it and it'll just go. So much easier.
So much easier.
I didn't realize how much I took it for granted.
Yeah, I didn't realize I said that, but I'll take that.
I use that on TC too. It's so much easier when you can just type it in.
Here we go with the cheap sex porn bots. Let's block, and block. Mitch, get that block swatter out here, the account swatter, whatever you call it.
I'm just trying to buy SunPower here, and then people are trying to throw up cheap porn. It's like, come on, guys.
Not into cheap porn. Got it.
Oh man.
I was driving.
I cannot.
I was
so when
driving.
It comes to porn, you'll pay premium, but not Lucid. Understood. I got it. No worries.
Of course, bro. Come on, bro.
Understood.
We're not talking about that trucker stop off the side of the highway.
Whatever you're about to say, don't.
You know?
Don't do it.
I was laughing because I was driving over here, bro. I was driving over here, and almost like every 10 miles, it was like, shop over here, shop over here. I'm like, man, these truckers, dude. All right, but I'm taking it. Let's do it, guys. Long SPWR. I'm getting into the solar game here. I talked about how I was expecting a little bit of a pullback and then a ramp on up. So I took a little bit of a starter here on SPWR, but I also might take some other solar names, not just SunPower. So we'll see what happens here. Just took a little bit of a piece of SunPower here. We'll look to see if we can start getting this ramp on up that we're looking for in solar stocks. Yeah, there's a bunch of the NFT kind of fake Twitter bot kind of things, but it's also people. Don't get it wrong, Thrifty. There's some people that are just trying to jump on people's NFT things. So you know how it is out there. Can't YouTube do anything about those spammers? The answer is no. They're horrible for spamming and comments that come from spam. They don't have anything right now to really get around from it. They have it for the comments, but even then it doesn't work. I can tell you guys because I've been trying to knock these out for longer than a year. I have like over 100 words that are blocked trying to get these chat bots out of here, and they just use new words. They find out which ones are blocked and they just use new words. So it's a never-ending
battle.
Yeah, never-ending battle for sure. All right, guys, let's look for this SPWR to take off here. Let's take a look at some of these other solar names to see if we start seeing that same kind of push. I want to see Array get back above the VWAP and close back above 14 in the next, let's say, 15 minutes. I want to see Run start pushing on up and, of course, running. Let's see what happens. Max N, let's see if it pushes off. JKS, let's see if this one leads. Remember I talked about how it looked to find a 1 hour pullback to 65 on JKS. That was a really good level. Now let's see if JKS can take off. That's what I want to see. This is one of the Chinese ones. It has a nice trend line that's holding the VWAP. I want to see it hold VWAP and take off now. There's SunPower starting to get a nice little lift. So we're already looking good here. You can see we're up there towards the 971s. We got to end this one at 1956. So good little push there in SunPower. Let's see if we can get it up there towards 1990s, take some profits into the 80s and 90s, then look for the lift above 20s.
Mitch, while you were saying that, literally exactly while you were saying that, FCell and Plug appeared on the scanner. So I know these aren't solar, but it's alternative energy. FCell popping to the high, same with Plug. I wonder if it's related.
It is.
On
so
point
Biden
today,
Solar,
baby.
So Biden's solar plan to benefit fuel cells, platinum group metals.
There it is.
Hence the pop on those. By the way, I am in red box here at 7-Eleven.
Oh, you're red boxing. Trying to get those movies.
But yeah, you got a nice little pop here on Plug for sure. I don't want to hear any 7-Eleven jokes in the chat.
Why not?
I'll let you
Seven-
put it together.
I mean, I used to run them.
You ran a 7-Eleven? What was your favorite thing?
Yeah,
Ever
dude.
snack there?
I retailed them, bro. I
would
could
be
talk about
scared to
everything, bro.
work- I would be scared to work at a Dairy Queen.
Dairy
Because
Queen's
I
a
would
little
just have
scary, no lies.
I would just have the Oreo milkshakes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's all I would do.
Yo, have you ever, you know when you go to Dairy Queen, right, and they give you the Blizzard and they do the Blizzard test, right? Well, one time I was
I've
actually
never been actually, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm in. So in Dairy Queen, they make you the ice cream, the Blizzard.
Yeah,
They give you the
yeah.
Blizzard check. They just tip it upside down. Well, I was actually in one of them, and the guy goes, and that shit just went black.
And just spell, yeah.
Just all over the floor, everywhere. I was like, does that mean I get a next Blizzard for free, or like how's this work?
That's crazy. That's wild.
Hey, I want to get that. But yeah, I used to manage 7-Elevens. I've managed the highest retail 7-Eleven in the United States.
Where was that?
It's on 16th Street in Denver.
Denver. Okay. Interesting.
All right, what up? What's up? Genie up 18% on the comeback. Hey, my bag is coming back. You don't mention the bag, Happy. You keep the bag under the wraps, bro. Come on. You should know that, bro. White Castle.
All right, red box starting
Now,
to
that
go.
is scary. White Castle, I agree. Now that is scary. You eat those burgers, you might not come back. Have you ever had a White Castle burger?
I have not.
Oh,
I have not.
Gotta get Zunaid on the White Castle.
Oh, you know what? Oh, I gotta see if Indianapolis has Whataburger. I don't think they do. Damn, because I'm going back. What? Burger.
All right, we're looking good here in SunPower. Looks like the solar game catching hot now. Let's see if we get a push into the 80s, going into the 90s here. We're going to sell half of it into that 90 push. Let's see if we get another little lift here. Looking for like 85s or 88s, and I'll take it. There'll be a nice 30, almost 30 cents, 28 cents gain. If we can get
By
to
the way,
85, 86.
The ads that we had on Amazon at the 340, I'm going to look to get out of them again at 390, just FYI. The ask is at 380 right now, so nowhere near getting my price.
Just got that. There you go. 91s there. 91s on SunPower. Killing it, guys. Killing it today. Let's go. Boom, boom. Not a bad day there. Let's go. Let's make this work.
Yeah, I'll take Whataburger over
Whataburger.
over In-N-Out for sure. Any day. Any freaking day.
That's probably the ones by you, man, because the Whataburgers by me, man, oh good lord. They look like Worse than Burger King's. They look run down to hell.
Couple of sells here. I went ahead and sold all of the ads that I had at 340 on Amazon out at 390, and now we've got our red box popping up here. There it is, red box at 730. So I'm going to go ahead and scale out some. Again, we got in at 711. We're getting out at 730. The next stop that I have on sell is going to be 745.
I'll tell you, I'm all about the chicken tender game, though. We're talking burgers, but I'm all about the chicken tender games. Who has the best tendies out there? We'll throw it up to the chat to decide.
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's? I got Zaxby's down the street. Nah,
Cane's has the sauce that makes us special, but I'd go Zaxby's over.
Cane's is where it's at, bro.
Would you eat Cane's without the sauce, though?
Pretty good. I'm going to try a new one.
Would you eat? By the way, hold on a second. I don't know how the hell we just got a 200 jump, but appreciate everyone hanging out in the chat. We got 1,000 of y'all.
Let's go, guys! Smash that thumbs on up. Let's go.
Look,
Over
you
1,000
can
people.
see,
we talking tendies here while making tendies.
You can see Amazon's got to break over this 128. Keep in mind, I still have the size that we added at. Let me tell you what the fill was at 314. Right, we sold 3/4 at 390. Then it came back down to 340. We added, and then we sold the whole position that we added at 340 at 390 to scalp it. So we still have the initial position left. I'm waiting for it to kind of break out of this and try to touch the 130s if possible. And here's red box out already, half the size. The remaining I'm going to try to sell at 745.
Okay. I see the chat getting hot on the tendies. This is the one that I haven't tried that I'm going to try in my new house after Tuesday, which is Slim Chickens. I've heard a lot about this one, but I have not tried the Slim Chickens. Have you tried the Slim Chickens, Zunaid?
I didn't know that was.
Hey, the Slim Chickens. I guess we got to step it up, Hex. You know about it. We'll see what happens. The cane sauce is orange crack. It's that good stuff. Let's just say that. We'll keep it going. Oh, KFC? I haven't heard of KFC mentioned in a while.
I haven't had KFC since 2008.
Can we get through 20? Let's go. SunPower trying to reward me. SunPower trying to buy me some tendies today. Let's go. SunPower, you buy me that tendies. Slim Chickens is the GOAT. Ooh, the rap coach might know. The rap coach might know. Trust me, I'm super excited to try those Slim Chicken tendies. We'll see what happens out there. It's all about the tendies and burger game. If you don't like tendies and burgers, are you even American? Like, do you even live here? We'll see what happens on out there. But let's keep it going, guys. We got over 1,000 people here. Can we get to 600 likes today? I'd appreciate it, guys. Like always, we do live trading here, options, YOLOs. Sometimes mix in a little futures action. And just to mention that, we got a futures show up next. That'll be coming at 11 a.m. And then after that, we got some NFT projects that I'm going to be putting out a video that was on Chris Ketchy at VCon. So don't miss that out, guys. It's going to be at 11:30. 4 great NFT projects, 2 of my favorite, and I think 2 that have massive potentials. So if you want to check those out, that'll be at 11:30. Let's keep it going, guys. What do you got out there, Carmen? You're live trading NVAX? Let's take a look at NVAX. All right, guys, I'm going to look for a push above 20s for SPWR, but if we don't get it, we're not going to let it break 975s. We're going to give it a little bit of room to keep running. We'll see if this can keep pushing.
There's a little bit of a breakout action on Amazon above 128.14. Need to go ahead and get above 128.50, though.
All right, NVAX. How we doing on NVAX today? It's been pushing on up. Not too bad.
Wasn't this like $200 at one point?
Yeah, dude, this thing was a massive stock at one point, and now it's 46. It got a little bit of a discount,
320.
Yeah. Well, the truth is about this is that I just don't know too much about biotech to just be going crazy in NVAX. I do think it can come back.
So before
up.
COVID, it was $8.
That's the one thing that's a good mention, right? That's a good mention, right? It was at $8 before COVID.
And so what happens when COVID? Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it went up, but I mean, since 22, you want to know how down this is for the year? For the year, this thing's down.
Oh, I mean, you think this is bad? Let's
80%.
take a look at mRNA, right? Oof. mRNA 500.
Perfect example. Perfect example. I mean, if a stock like Moderna, if stocks like Pfizer are not going to be doing well, probably NVAX probably aren't going to do well either. And so, yeah, there's some that are better than others, but it's just tough. Now I'm hungry, Hex. Hey, I hear you, bro. I can't.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I am too. I don't eat
talk
till
too
12,
much tendies.
but I might have to. What's up, Ron? Welcome back. You've got Amazon trying to fight through this box, trying to break out of the 128.50 level.
Son W ever get moving?
I was gonna say I came back and you guys were talking about chicken tendies. I was like, what happened when I stepped away for a minute?
Hey man, we don't have a chaperone. We go crazy with it.
That's what happens, bro. We start thinking about food. We talk about the best. So it looks like the chat was pretty even, but I did see some Zaxby, some Kane mentions. Do you know what Slim Chickens is, Lord Ryan? Have you heard of Slim Chickens?
Chickens? No, I can't say that I do.
That's the new one that I'm going to try out that I'm looking forward to. So it's by the new house, so I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of food, on Sunday after the driving range, I drove over to Portillo's and had an Italian beef. Knocked my socks off. So actually, we might have to.
I've been hearing about that, Ryan.
Mexican pizza, is the hype legit or not? Let me know in the chat.
Mexican pizza.
You know what I mean?
Pizza. I mean, I've had Mexican pizza before. You can't go really wrong with it, but
I mean, from Taco Bell though. Like,
that's the question. Are you a fire sauce kind of guy?
Oh, bro, I here's how much of a fire sauce guy I am. I go to the grocery store and I get the bottles.
You get the bottles? That's
you know
my
what?
man.
Before I leave for the show, let me go and see if I can find it. I'll be right back.
He said, "Yo, let me go get my freaking fire sauce. I need to show you guys the fire."
So I just started. I've wanted to start making a position in Portillo's. I just talked about it. I just picked up a very, very little bit right here. Right. So this is. I actually think that Portillo's. This is going to be a huge mover. I mean, we'll see. I know it's not the most conducive environment for that. I'm starting a position here in Portillo's. Long-term hold.
Can't blame you, man. Portillo's. What ticker is that again? Just
PTLO.
PTLO, and I saw it in the chat. They're giving us some love. So
yeah, I'm telling you, it is so good. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a Chicago guy, but man.
Lewis Hamilton said he's going to come to the Portillo's, so that might give it a little lift, right? If we get Lewis Hamilton on board, we're in good shape. I will say this: Lisa Lee Hunt is saying fast food, all chemically processed, stay away. Absolutely right. I'm huge on health through nutrition. I love to prepare my own food, grow my own food, the whole 9 yards. But sometimes I haven't learned that one.
The calling for Portillo's is just too big.
Ryan,
I haven't learned that
growing
one.
Isn't exactly called food.
What is it?
I'm not going there. But anyway, there you go.
That fire, baby.
There you go.
That fire. Can you handle the Diablo though?
Can you handle two?
Ooh.
Now here's how. I'm gonna embarrass myself here, but you know what the expiration on this is? I just looked at it.
Uh-oh.
What's the expiration? 2026. I'll say.
2020. No, these are expired.
Whoa!
Here, let me see if I can show you guys. Hold on.
You see, what's up with these guys I work with?
I don't know if it'll.
First, it was Spencer with the mug
so
that he doesn't wash.
There, 2020.
Now it's Zunaid,
as you can see, it's brand new.
Hot sauce.
And the only reason I know I have this is because I was cleaning stuff out, and I was like, because you know what it is? I moved in this apartment in 2020, I guess. So that's around the time I bought it, and I never unpacked it. So if anyone wants me to mail you this, let me know.
All right, SPY topping out a little bit there around the 416.25. We'll see if we can get back through that level. Let's take a look at the sectors really quickly. SPY's trying to get back up there and keep pushing. We'll see if it gets on lifting. Technology is leading us up from the open. It's about 1.09% from the open up, so that doesn't look too bad. What's doing well there? We've talked about it: solar, internet content, and now it looks like electronic computer distribution. This is an interesting area that you don't see too often move. AVT SNPO, but really not too many of those that you'll probably even know. But then semiconductor equipment's right behind that, so you guys can keep on watch the semis to see if they start getting some lift. Solar has been the one that has really started to push again. We'll see if it continues that lift here after good news today. Financial services turning around a little bit. And what is deep into the red here? Looks like consumer cyclical, but this has to do with probably something that's getting driven down here. Let me find out what's getting killed here.
And real quick, while you do that, Mitch, I'll take over here because there are some things that I want to address here that I'm
let's go.
that I'm a little disappointed real quick. So first of all, when I went to Arkansas, my buddy had a Taco Bell fire sauce sitting on his counter, and I kind of did a double take. And now after hearing Zunaid, it makes a lot more sense. So no criticisms there. However, I do have a criticism of my fellow Lord Byron here. The only kind of pizza is the Brooklyn style slice folded in half. Erroneous, completely erroneous. If you want limp pizza, go after it. But to then go on and blast and say this absolute trash comment that especially casserole masquerading as pizza they call Chicago deep dish. I mean, this is erroneous on both counts. Casserole is noodle. Pizza is
casserole.
You could not be more wrong in your horrific opinion. So I just wanted now. I will say that all pizza is good, right? It's hard to mess up pizza. Pizza is pizza. I do still eat New York style pizza, but to say that the only way to have it is to have a limp pizza that you fold in half, Lord Byron, I'm sorry, bro. Get good, noob.
Well, the only thing I gotta say is that the only pizza that scared me a little bit was, what's up with that Detroit style pizza, guys?
Oh, you're gonna have people in the office. You're gonna have people in the office getting a little bit upset. They love their
Detroit style pizza. What is up with that tomato sauce on the top? Did you guys have to be weird, or was it just like?
That's kind of odd.
Guys, I timed out Lord Byron. For 5 minutes. I cannot deal with the misinformation that he continues to post in the chat by saying that it's not pizza. Lord Byron, I'm sorry. You pushed the envelope today. You have been timed out, but you'll be right back.
You've got Amazon that finally broke out of that box, by the way. I'm going to sell some here at 435s on the bid. Out 435s on the bid.
All right, we'll see what happens here with Sun Power if we get that next lift on up. So do the 20s, but we'll probably be getting Zunaid on out of here as he gets ready for the futures action. I know you might need to take a little bit of some step action, get your mind right for the futures show. So if you guys don't know, Zunaid, what are you doing up next, my friend?
So look, here's what's going to happen, right? I'm going to take about a steps for 3-4 minutes, and I'm going to hop on a call with Jim, and I'm going to come back here at like 10:55 or so. And then at 11 o'clock, we're going to do some futures trading. You guys know I've been donating money for the past 2 months to the futures market. So I'm going to look to learn from Jim, from Ninja Trader. The man knows what he's talking about. So here's what we've got. We've got about 900 people in the chat. I'd love for at least 3/4 of you guys to come hang out with us, right? Smash the like, help us out. It's my debut hosting the show for the first time ever by myself, if you will, for Benzinga. So it should be a lot of fun. 11 o'clock. I'm going to go get some steps. I'll be back at 10:55 to make sure I drag all of you in the stream with me. But Amazon, I'm just about all except one contract. I'm going to hold on just for fun and see if we get 130. By the way, Ryan, Sun W, man, went ahead and stopped me out, which, by the way, my stop was 197. So it says, screw you. I'm going to take your stop. And then it went right above, man. Should have paid attention to it as it got above $2. It's all right.
It's what we do, Zunaid.
Shit happens, but it's okay. We had a profitable trade, right? We bought this at 202, sold it at 209. And then, unfortunately, the rest, we couldn't quite make some money out of it. But I'm going to get some steps. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. See ya.
All right. Sounds good, Zunaid. One more thing to add on to that real quick. This is one of the reasons why we talk about keeping things on watch. Here, I had view.
You got one? There you go.
Yep. No, but this is a good example too. We're just talking about Sun W, and this is why we keep things on watch, right? I was trying to play for the high at daybreak. It continued to fail. It really wasn't able to push up. I actually tried to buy a pullback here and get a nice little push up. That worked, but not great. But here you go. This is why we keep things on watch. This is why if it doesn't work the first time, don't necessarily get discouraged. If your plan is correct, if you spend time recognizing patterns and understanding that stocks with a catalyst are probably going to move throughout the course of the session. You will see stuff like this. SunW still a possible trader here. And here's another example. If you remember from last week, we traded View right off the scanner. And look what it's doing here today, right? So first of all, we traded it here when we tried to push up to that 2. It pulled back. But now it's getting some action again, and it's going right back to these levels. Always, always, always keep some of these things on watch. This is another reason why a trade journal is very, very good, especially for newer traders. So anyway, Mitch left me alone. I'll be honest.
No worries. I'll be right back. Just dealing with something right quick.
No
I'll be right
problem.
back.
I was getting ready to go start singing the praises of Chicago pizza again. I actually, now that several minutes have passed, I feel bad for timing out Lord Byron. I hope he doesn't take it personally. I'll have to reach out by email maybe. But in any case, don't shit talk Chicago pizza. It's awesome. Otherwise, who knows what could happen? You guys are saying Hood is still pushing. That's interesting. I would think that based on what we heard earlier, that maybe some of these takeover, these M&A chatter, maybe there's something to this here. Looks like we've got a pretty big call sweep here too. Let me take a look at that call sweep real fast. What do we have? That's just this week's Friday on Hood. So that's a risky trade. That is a short-termer right there. I don't think that would necessarily encompass a buyout. Big trade there. Those are 30 ask now, 30-cent ask after this trader paid 25 on them. Real quick, Lord Ryan, what trade journal would you recommend? Ramesh, I used the Watchlist in Benzinga Pro as a trade journal. I use something as simple as a paper sheet. I've used my Notepad app. You can get some really fancy apps like TraderSync. I actually think TraderSync has the best journal. You do have to pay for it, but it's definitely worth it. Let me see if yeah, TraderSync. This is it. This would probably be my favorite trading journal here. But I'm a cheap guy. I will try and do this myself and record that information myself as opposed to paying for that. If you do want to have some of that work done for you, check out TraderSync, excuse me. Oh, and one more thing. I'll get this when Mitch gets back. Jenny, I know that Jenny, however you're going to pronounce it, I know that this was a big hold for Mitch. Mitch was down on this. A couple of really smart guys that I follow. One of them today said he's going to start building a position in this. So I'm keeping this on watch. I have no position in this. I don't own any of it yet. But a lot of smart people have mentioned this ticker. I don't think it's going away necessarily. Oh, excuse me. Just taking a look around here. Where's Futu at? Oh, Futu looks like it's curling. Fitch, this is pushing to highs here. GOVX looks like this is curling. This Futu chart is interesting here to me. Looks like we're kind of bouncing off the VWAP. I wonder if we clear this formation out and move towards the highs here. And we'll always keep an eye on View as well. This actually providing multiple opportunities to trade here on these high a day breaks. This is the type of pop that we're looking. I know this is it's only up what, 4 cents from here, a total of 6 cents. I'd like to see a little bit more travel, but this is the type of formation that I like to trade all of the time. Stock makes a high, pulls back a little bit, busts through the high on expanded volume. That's going to be your key here. Often provides a lot of tradable situations intraday. CVE, you guys want to take a look at CVE? Look at this daily chart. Ooh, my goodness. Not much going on here today. Really kind of grinding to the higher here, but what a great looking daily chart. Good shout there, Obi. Good shout. Ryan, can you look at RFP weekly, daily? Holy cow. Okay. So let's take a look at RFP. So here's your daily. Here's your weekly. So to me, it definitely looks like you've identified a potential spot here. This definitely, what is this, cup and handle here? This actually looks like a pretty bullish formation. This is actually not a bad spot here. I would say this area, you can clear this area out almost, let's go back. Okay. We just got to keep zooming out here. So let's mark off some of these areas. This actually looks interesting. I'm not familiar with this off the top of my head. Resolute Forest Products is engaged in the forest products industry with a range of products including market pulp, tissue, wood, newsprint. So this is a paper. This is a paper stock. Interesting. You know, someone from the Happy Hour mentioned this several months ago. And looking at this chart here, they were clearly ahead of the game. Look at this. This was $1 in 2020. Wow. Nice mover here. This is a good one. Did I add this? I wonder. I think I have a paper watch list. Yep, and this is on it. Good shout there. Good shout there. Serena, where's the best NYC pizza? It looks like you're just trying to pick a fight at this point. All right, let's take a look at the scanner here and see what we can find out here. Sun W at near the highs here, 215 high, day high 217, by the way. Not on the scanner, but worth keeping an eye on. YMTX, this is lost it now. So this was trying to hold up earlier, but looks like it's taking the next leg down. YMTX. Yeah, you were talking about ChargePoint, admin. So interestingly enough about ChargePoint, this was actually a decent trader last week. I'm not in this for the long term, but there was huge call buying last week. I believe it was the 13 call. I'm pretty sure it was the 13 call. Here we are printing 15s. So obviously somebody knew something here. I actually traded the equity on those calls last week. Not in this. I just kind of scalped it. This does look nice here. I'll say I like the thing behind the thing angle when it comes to EVs, the charging infrastructure as opposed to the EV company itself. I don't have any type of insight or edge on ChargePoint at this time. Nice looking chart here. Gave us some really good trading opportunities last week. Can you look at Veru's daily? Yes, we can. Ryan, can you go over the signal tool and what each block trade means? I cannot go over what each block trade means. No, I don't have that information, but we can absolutely take a look at the signals tool here. Let's take a look at Veru here real quick first. This is, of course, I remember when we first started trading this stock, I scalped it around 6. We had a couple of people in the chat that said I was a dummy because it was going to 50 or whatever it was. We are more than a double from here. We're at 1350. It is really respected these levels, all right? So I didn't draw any of these lines here today. These were all existing drawings. If you take a look at the daily chart here, we're definitely kind of holding this area. I think we're trying to clear out this formation. For me on Veru, a build above 15 is really what you're going to need to see. And when I say a build, I mean we want to trade above 15, and then we want to kind of hold above 15. I'd love to get a little bit of sideways trading above 15. That'd make me feel pretty good about actually trying to assault and then take out this high. And if I recall correctly, there are some pretty good price targets on this stock, right? We got a 55 from Jefferies. We got a 36 from Oppenheimer, 31 from Brookline, and it looks like we had a couple of 20s from HC Wainwright. So definitely some price targets higher than where we're at here. I don't put a whole lot of stock into the Wainwright upgrades, but the Jefferies and the Oppenheimer definitely interesting. Mitch, welcome back.
What's up? What's up? About to sell out of this SunPower. It's back at VWAP, but I don't see too much strength coming back into the solar names.
SunPower, is that SPWR?
Yes, PWR, you got it. I got in there at 956. We wrote it up there towards 1991, where I sold half of the position.
Gotcha.
Was looking for it to continue going through 20s, but wasn't watching it too much here when it went down through 1980s there. So just holding on VWAP right now. Just going to hold it off VWAP. If it goes below 1960s, we'll get on out. But we're looking for it to come right back up there towards the 1990s. And we'll see if solar can continue making runs today.
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to attempt to answer your question here, Aaron. I see a block trade 1 million at $1 at the bid. What ticker? You mentioned a lot of information there. No ticker. Let me see if I can find it based on what you said here. No. What ticker are you even talking about, bro? is that a seller or a buy order at that level, or is it just 1 million shares were traded at this level? So that's an interesting question, Aaron. So we are in a zero-sum market, which means that for every seller, there must also be a buyer and vice versa. Now, we do not get debit and credit information from the exchanges, so it would be impossible for us to know for sure if a position is being open or closed based just solely on the price. One of the reasons why you're seeing the above the ask and below the bid or at the bid nomenclature added on to some of these transactions is because that's trying to help you figure out what's going on. If there is a huge block trade above the ask, you can infer that that's bullish, right? Someone that wanted a whole bunch of stock actually needed to go above what the price being offered was in order for that to get filled. The inverse is true for below the bid on a block trade. So blocks are generally good. Unless there's some type of negative news item and someone's trying to unwind a gigantic position, blocks are generally good, especially in lower float stocks. Now, you can't just take that and apply it to everything. It definitely, each stock, each ticker is going to have its own information or its own reasoning there. So you're talking about IMPP. All right, so this right here, this 608,000 block trade at 50 cents at the bid, to me, I would look at that as a bearish signal. I would look at that as a bearish signal. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm right. Again, all blocks, generally good to see. IMPP to me is a pretender stock. I don't necessarily think that this is a quality oil stock. Seeing a block trade at the bid there, I would look at that as a bearish signal. But watch it, watch the patterns. See, like I said, every stock can be different. So see if you can identify anything by watching those patterns. It's actually one of the reasons why on my newer setup with the Mosaic system that's coming pretty soon, I've actually added a block trades signal tool just to monitor the blocks that go by.
All right, guys, I just sold that SPWR there at the 59 spot. Still 3 cents into the green. Just not going to push it there. Starting to see a little bit of a turnaround, a little bit of some dragging action here. And one thing to note is you see the SPY here. It's fought multiple times to get above this 416.25. And I think right there it's already failed. That last one was a fail. Now I'm expecting it to come right back down there towards 414.25s and start dragging a little bit. We'll see what happens here if we start getting that drag or if we start getting another lift pop. But for right now, it's looking like we've seen some topside action. I could see some of these names like Apple and Tesla just start turning back around there. Tesla looks good for a short, but not going to go after it right now. 3 for 3 on the day. Just trying to figure out if I go for another trade here, but we're going to be patient here as we're getting closer towards 11 and Zunaid's time. Yes, we talked about it, guys. The futures action is coming up next. That's going to be with Zunaid. I hope you guys stick around for that. And then, of course, after that, we got the NFT projects that will be coming out from VCon. 4 massive projects that you guys should keep your eyes out for. Even if you're not interested in NFTs now, it doesn't mean that NFTs won't continue staying big and growing into kind of the next wave. I think you're in kind of a winter right now, but that doesn't mean that you don't keep these on watch, because I think a couple of these projects over the next couple of years are going to develop some really great kind of roadmaps, whether that be going into animations or whatever that may be. 2 of my favorite are on here, so check that on out. All right, don't Tesla for a short. What?
Yeah, I think he missed something there. Real quick, I wanted to mention Husa. Hex Pony mentioned this. HUSA. There were a number of people trading this last week. This was, I believe, a scanner play last week as well. This was moving up with oil, which is about flat right now. Interestingly enough, on the action here today, it looks like it sold out of the gate, bought right back to that 550 level. I'm not sure where this goes next. But this one definitely moving around with energy. Don't be afraid to book profits if you have them.
Jessica, check out the roadmap show if you want to learn a little bit more about NFTs and ask them the questions. I'm sure they will help you out and try to help you get your understanding and start in NFTs.
Absolutely.
I know Chris is listening out there. He'll help you out. Amazon climbing, says Jesse Pad. Let's take a look there. Amazon, will it continue to climb? I mean, I think that's an important one to keep the market going, but this one looks like it's starting to top out for me, at least in my eyes, because you get this 1 action, 2 action, 3 action, and now you're starting to fight it here at the 128.50s. So let's see what happens here. Do we start seeing a crack right back down there towards VWAP? That's what I'd kind of look for. A move right back down towards 126.50s. We'll see if that holds and gets back up there towards 128.50s, or do you just cut back down towards 124? Just be careful on out there. The SPY, it's kind of topping out. We'll see what happens there. If we do get some topping out action, the Qs are very important to keep on watch. And right now, we're seeing what? Technology leaders, financial services, industrials behind that. And what is down on the day is real estate, energy, and consumer cyclical. All right. What's going on, Red Drum?
Sun W at highs, by the way. Sun W at highs. We talked about this, right out of the open. We traded it, and we are back at highs here.
All right, we'll see what happens there. How is the hood? The hood. I know I made a good trade on that one. It continued to go a little bit. Might have sold it a little bit early. Not too bad, but it is holding up well. We'll see how this continues to run today. Coin also having a great day today. So some of these like kind of dogs that were down, getting beaten down, definitely catching a bounce today. ARKK, what's up with that? That's coming back to VWAP. It was looking really strong earlier in the day, and now it's starting to go sideways. So just be careful. You could see that flip right back down.
Mitch, I don't know if you heard it earlier, but I was saying one of the guys I follow on Twitter here, real smart guy that I've watched for a long time and very much respect, started buying Genie.
Let's just say
there.
I started buying Genie too just a couple months ago.
Sun W new highs now through.
Genie was the perfect example of learning that even in a long-term investment, I don't believe in just forgetting about it. And that's a clear example there in Genie. I had a moment where I could have cut it very quickly, and it would have been a very, very small loss for me on Genie. But I held it because I wanted to get the tax advantage. I wanted to finally hold the stock for longer than a year, which has been hard for me. I'll just be honest. Maybe there's overall market, but holding in the actual particular stock for longer than a year has been hard for me. And I wanted Genie to be that one. And instead of me focusing on what was really important was a technical breakdown, I went and held the bag. And that's how it happens sometimes, guys. It is going to happen. These guys changing up our backgrounds. Get off our stuff.
It was Zunaid.
Hey, it's not me, but it is time for futures trading. So if you guys are hanging out with us, I definitely want you to come hang out with us at futures trading. Jim's already ready. Enver's got everything set up because I apparently don't know how to work technology. But I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Mitch, Ryan, I'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, guys.
Go. Hey, tune in.
My friend Zunaid.
Don't miss out. Go check out my man Zunaid. Let's go ahead. Let's get it started. Hit that like button as soon as you get into the stream to know that you guys appreciate him.
Right now.
And we'll see you next time.